Hello, and welcome to Let's Pour with Patty. Thank you so much for joining me on this wild and wacky ride as I experience the joys and share with you the wonders of creating with fluid art. Stick around, let's have some fun, and as always, keep creating. Let's pour. Hello, and welcome to this week's Fluid Art Express with guest artist Marie Louise Art. So, as I had mentioned in last week's video, I have been struggling for quite some time now with doing blooms because of so many different changes in the house paints that we use in our bloom recipes. So, for one, as we all know, a couple of years back, the 8300 Behr 8300 deep base that we used stopped being produced. So ever since then, finding a good deep base that worked similar has been a struggle. I had some um some successes with the Infinity, but it wasn't that great. So this time I tried a whole bunch of different things. I tried the Valspar. I tried something else, and I ended up going with 3300 Deep Base by Behr. But I'm going to put out a whole video on it. Also, there's been a change in the Color to Go by Sherwin-Williams, and I got to the point where I was able to fix my color paints, and then I was able to pick up some flat deep bass, um, as per Lisa Marvin's recommendation, some Glidden flat deep bass, and added it to my Color to Go. It thickens it up a little bit more, and this is my first test piece after adding some of that flat deep bass to my Color to Go, and using the Behr 3300. And also, I had been messing up with my pigment mixtures, and I was making them way too thin by mixing it with the deep base and the polyacrylic mixture pouring medium. And I watched one of Wombat's videos. He's just a pro at everything. So I went back and I watched one of his pigment making videos on how to mix pigments properly. And he just used straight deep base and pigments. So I tried that, and which made it my pigments much more proper consistency. I also ended up adding in some pearlescent to paint to the pigments, which gave them a little bit more of a shimmer, kind of pasteled them out a little bit, but not too much. But that's what I did in this piece. And this is also my very first time doing a successful bloom vine. The pillow paint is a Sherwin-Williams Color to Go, as you know, mixed with a little bit of Glidden Deep Base. I'm not sure exactly which one. I'd have to look at the can. Um, but it's a mist tint, so I don't know the actual color. And all my other colors and pigments are all customized, mixed with a variation of TLP pigments and some tube paints, and mixed with my new pouring medium, which so far I am liking. But as I stated earlier, I will be putting out a full video completely going over my journey through figuring out my new bloom paints. What bloom recipe works best for me nowadays. So, hopefully that will be helpful to you. I don't know if I'll put it out on a weekly video or just do a bonus video. So be on the lookout for it in the coming weeks. It's going to take some time to edit this one. But for now, let me finish putting in my curly doos and swirly doos and put on some music and let you finish watching the process. I hope you enjoy. Okay, these are what I believe are called dendrites, these little feathery finger-like things that come out from your cell activator. That is one of the issues with the color to go. I may need to add just a little bit more of that deep bass flat, and we'll try it again. There's no syncing of my lacing, and that is crucial. The lacing is nice and crisp, just the way I like it. Now let's see how it dries. But first, let's get a couple of more glamour shots. And while we wait for it to dry, I'd like to thank you for watching another week of the Fluid Art Express with our guest artist, Marie Louise Art, before me. And coming up next is Carrie of Fluky Fluid Art, followed by Bubbles. Darren started us off. Now let's see the dry results. No sinking. That's what's important. I don't know if those are full dendrites, but that can be easily remedied. I'm going to try to add a little bit more deep base flat to the color to go, and we'll see if we can fix that. But I mean, the rest of the lacing is pretty clean and crisp. Nothing melted. Everything stayed as it was, and that's the most important part. I can live with this. There's a little ghost right there, a little ghosty. But loving how this came out. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. And be sure to watch out for that next video. And thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. You know I love you. And if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet. It will help my channel grow. And as always, my dear friends, keep creating. I'll see you next time. Bye.